Hey TGuyzz, Kaden again, doing week 5, which is therapists. It's going to be very short and sweet. I've never seen a therapist for gender issues. I never will see a gender therapist. That's that. I did see a therapist for many years. I spoke to her briefly about my transition when I came out at 15. I saw her until I was about 17, but I was actually 16, I think, when I saw her last, but she was never my gender therapist. We talked about it briefly, but I had other issues to take care of. So my reasoning for seeing her was never trans-related. I believe in therapy. I believe that there are things that everybody could benefit from therapy, but for some people, they just don't do therapy very well. My personal opinion is that it's mostly conflict of personality or conflict of interest in some department between the therapist themselves and the patient. But it's definitely not for everybody, or every therapist isn't for everybody. I think that sums it up better. But I definitely believe in therapy. I believe that that not everybody it's hard to say, really, because I'm going to school to be a therapist, so I'm kind of biased. The standards of care for trans healthcare is a pretty good outline, I believe. I think that some people need therapy, others don't. I think that some people are ready to start hormones without therapy, and some others should be strongly advised to seek therapy before taking hormones. That isn't just to say that, everybody should be required to do so, or some people, depending on whatever factors, should be required. I just personally believe that some people believe that they're ready, and I'm not a professional yet, so I can't really say, but my personal opinion is that some people really aren't ready when they do start, and this only comes from my experience talking to members of the community and helping people with resources and such. I think that if you're 3 months on testosterone and you're asking me what you should expect as far as changes, I think that you probably should have, if you don't understand that that some of the growth happens, and you don't understand that, your voice cracks and stuff, I think that maybe you should have taken a slower route. It's not, to pick on anybody, but there are people who, start hormones and really have no idea what they actually do to the body, or what they do to your to your emotions or your mental state. That's not to say they do bad things, but there are changes in some people in how they react emotionally and mentally, and some people aren't prepared for that. So I think that therapy is a good thing for some people. And I also think that if you're not understanding what happens during the process before you start, then maybe you should have seeked that longer route to going on hormone replacement therapy. But not to get off topic. I am in the middle of a video. Thanks. Sorry. No, it's okay. I'll just play with these settings on my video. Like this, the blur one. Now you see me, now you don't. Can I finish, please?
Yeah, I'm looking for my phone. Do you have your phone? Can you call me?
It's dead. There you go.
It's dead. There you go. Thank you.
Love you too. So, aside from that, that was my wife. She likes to interrupt. My video doesn't allow for me to pause. So not to get off topic, but that's my view on therapy. I think it's beneficial for some. I think it's beneficial for everybody, whether they believe so or not. It's just finding the right provider, one that works with you, not against you. It definitely doesn't try to put money before the provider-client relationship. I have heard of trans therapists or gender therapists saying, yeah, I'll provide you a letter to start hormones in such and such time, and then you get to that last appointment and they're like, oh, well, I think you need to wait longer, and then you know, they give you another deadline and they're like, oh yeah, I think you need to wait longer, and they just keep dragging it out, and then they tell you that they can't write a letter for whatever reason, and that's not right either, because those people could have been seeking out adequate therapists that entire time, someone that was truly looking out for their interests. So I think therapy's good. I have many therapists around the country that I could recommend, but I personally did not see one, and I personally obviously have no plan to, because I'm on hormones and I'm all set for surgeries, and when I have my bottom surgery I won't need I have my bottom surgery stuff all figured out. So, on that note, if anybody is looking for resources and therapists, I do work as a, what's the title? It is, I believe I'm up to co-director and regional representative for everythingtrans.org. We do provide resources across the country. That country is the United States. I do have some information outside of the country, but I'm better at just forwarding you to other international organizations that can better assist, because I'm nowhere near informed about all the other healthcare laws and such. But if anybody is in search of resources, I will leave all the information down below to contact me directly at everythingtrans.org. You can also leave the comments on the video. I will be sure to look at them. Find me on Facebook. And that's about it. So I hope everyone is, again, doing well. And if you need anything, please let me know.